Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of the Trim Tummy Transformation Challenge. So we've got another variety of 5 exercises today. One that we have done before. The rest are new for the challenge. So once again, not really any planks, not really any crunches, and let's get to it. Should be right about 15 minutes again. So we are starting with down on the floor. We're doing a glute bridge march. So we are going to stay up in a bridge, and we're going to alternate, bring one knee up and then the other, going for 10 total. Make sure you're really squeezing your buns so you're keeping your hips level when you're bringing up the opposite knee. And I'm pretty sure that's 10. Okay, next. I know I didn't memorize again. We're going to stay down and we're doing leg raises. So for this one, you can do straight knees. You can do bent knees. You can do one leg at a time if you need to. I recommend bracing your hands under your tush and we're lifting up 10 times again. You want to make sure as you're bringing your legs down, your low back isn't arching. If it is, don't bring your legs down as far or bend your knees. Takes just a little bit of the work out of it. I think one more. And my feet are flexed. They don't need to be. You could definitely point your toes. Whatever you're most comfortable with is fine. All right, we're doing a Russian twist again. We did that recently. Day 1, I think. 10 to each side. I really like Russian twists. They get the obliques really well, plus the transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis, hip flexors. And if you bring your feet up off the floor, then you're getting your quads too. Okay, we are staying down for a donkey kick. So starting in the tabletop, we're going for 10 on each leg. We'll do one leg at a time. Tabletop, keeping your knees bent, trying to bring your foot up like you're trying to kick the ceiling. Eight, 9, 10. And let's switch. And if you want to give it a little extra squeeze at the top there, really get that glute involved, make sure you're contracting your abdomen, keeping everything braced. I think one more. 10. All right, and now we're going to stand up and we're going to do a single leg good morning. So, one foot in front, hands behind the head, and you're hinging at the waist and coming back up. So it's not a forward fold. It's not that. It's sticking the hips back, squeezing the glute to come back up. My other foot is just there for balance. In fact, I could pick it up off the floor if I wanted. We're doing 10 on each. Did I say that? I think that's 8. 9, 10. And the soft bend in the knee is what we want. We don't want to try to hyperextend. Take some of the work out of it, puts your back at risk of some strain. I love a good single-sided exercise. It's a great option if you don't have a lot of weights. but you're trying to increase your challenge, do one leg at a time, one arm at a time. Forces your core to work a little bit more. And if you're only working one side, I think that was 10. You don't need as much weight as if you were, to challenge yourself. If you had two, using two legs. I'm tired. It's Saturday morning, guys. My son woke me up early. Okay, starting over. Body weight, glute bridge march. On your back. Hips up. 10 total. Seven. 10. Beautiful. Lying leg raises. See, I'm making more work for myself because I keep forgetting what we're doing, so I keep having to get up and down. Going for 10. Seven. 8. 9. One more. 10. Russian twist. I didn't have to get up to look that time. So for the Russian twist, if you have a weight, a dumbbell, a weighted pillow, a weight plate, a medicine ball, you can hang on to that. Give it a little more challenge. Heavy book, jug of water. Nine, 10. All right, donkey kick. So this time let's alternate just to force our hips and our core to work a little bit more with the stabilization. Anytime you have to shift your weight a little bit, you're forcing those coordination muscles to work. So we have to count to 20. And you want to make sure you're not arching your back. Pretend you've got your favorite, a cup of coffee on your back. Let's say a cup of coffee, and you don't want it to spill. So you're not arching. You're not, doing a cat-cow here. I think that's 12. I paused because I wasn't sure. Two more, I believe. 19, 20. And one thing I do want to mention is that sometimes being on your hands and knees can bother your knees a little bit. So if you need to put a towel or a small pillow or whatever under your knees to cushion, that's cool. Do whatever you need to do. It's not going to take any work away. All right, single leg good mornings. Seven, 8, 9, 10. You can also play around with the hand position. You can cross over your chest if you want. You can keep your hands on your hips if you want. Behind the head just causes your center of gravity to shift a little bit to make it a little more challenging since we don't have any weights. You can even be reaching for the floor if you wanted. Eight, 9, 10. Beautiful. 2 rounds down, 1 to go. And what are we at? It's just about 10 minutes. So this should be almost perfectly 15 minutes. So starting with glute bridge march. I'm going to start with the other leg this time. Seven. 10. All right, if I recall, we are doing the leg raises next. So hands under the hips. And like I said, you can point your toes, you can flex them, doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer. I like flexed. But I also tend to get foot cramps if I point my toes too much. Five. 9 and 10. Okay, did I do that in the right order? Yes, Russian twist is next. That time I made myself get up because I couldn't remember. I was thinking donkey kicks. I'm like, no, we have something before the donkey kicks. Six. 9. 10. Okay, donkey kicks. So I will be honest, my knees are bothering me a little bit. So I am going to just fold up my yoga mat a little bit. Make sure you guys can still see me. Yep, we're good. Okay, let's alternate again. Had to fix my shoulder blades there. They were creeping up. That's 3 on each side. I can't talk and count at the same time. So I'm trying to count on my fingers. But I don't even think that I can depend on myself to do that accurately. I think that's 8. Oh, had to fix my shoulder blades again. 1 more, I believe. 10. Okay, we're on to our last exercise, the single leg good morning. I'm going to start the opposite side this time, just to mix it up a little bit. I talked on the last workout to often start with your least favorite side so that you don't have to dread switching to it if you're doing single-sided stuff. The other good thing to remember is to try to switch, especially if it's a body weight move and you're not worried about your leg not, or your extremity not being able to handle the challenge. It's good to switch up which side you start with. Builds different neural connections in your brain. I think that was 10. I'm going to say it was 10. Okay, last exercise, and then we're done for day 3. Ready? 2. 6. 8. 9. 10. All right, day 3 done and done in the books. So I will see you guys hopefully see you this afternoon for our live, and I will see you tomorrow for workout 4. Have a great day. Good job.